Man or woman, who leads better? An in-depth comparison of modern leadership performance and achievement. Leadership is not a slogan. It is not symbolism. It is not identity politics. It is performance. It is measurable outcomes in economic growth, institutional stability, innovation, crisis management, and long-term societal value creation. The debate over whether men or women lead better has intensified as both now occupy the highest offices in politics, corporate governance, finance, and global institutions. The question is no longer theoretical, it is empirical. We have data, we have results, we have track records, and the comparison is revealing. Political leadership of power, stability, and national direction. Male political leadership a structural transformation and strategic assertion. Historically, political power has largely been exercised by men, and many of the modern state structures we know today were shaped under male leadership. Lee Kuan Yew engineered one of the most dramatic national transformations of the 20th century, turning Singapore from a vulnerable trading port into a global financial and logistical powerhouse. His leadership model was unapologetically disciplined, institutionally strict, and ruthlessly anti-corruption. The outcome, prosperity and stability built on strategic centralization. Similarly, Narendra Modi has overseen massive infrastructure expansion and digital transformation initiatives, aggressively positioning India within global economic competition. His leadership style emphasizes scale, speed, and national assertiveness. Male political leadership often excels in structural reform at scale, military and geopolitical positioning, rapid economic expansion, centralized decision-making under pressure. However, history also demonstrates that aggressive consolidation of power can generate polarization, geopolitical tensions, or institutional rigidity. Strength and risk frequently travel together. Female political leadership of crisis management and institutional trust. In contrast, modern female leaders have frequently demonstrated remarkable effectiveness in stabilizing institutions and managing complex crises. Angela Merkel led Germany for 16 years, steering Europe's largest economy through the Eurozone crisis, migration challenges, and geopolitical volatility. Her leadership was analytical, restrained, and rooted in long-term system preservation rather than political theatrics. Jacinda Ardern demonstrated crisis leadership that blended empathy with decisiveness. Her governance style emphasized transparency, national unity, and trust-building, an approach that strengthened institutional legitimacy during moments of national trauma. These cases suggest that female political leadership often emphasizes long-term stability, public trust, and social cohesion. Evidence-based policy, institutional preservation. Performance metrics are clear. Many female leaders have governed with lower volatility and higher public trust ratings during crises compared to global averages. Midway reflection. Francis, a leadership enthusiast. At this point in the discussion, the question becomes unavoidable. Are we truly evaluating leadership performance, or are we unconsciously evaluating gender? Today, we are examining man or woman, who leads better, not from sentiment, but from measurable impact. Stay with me to the end for the full perspective, because the conclusion may challenge conventional thinking. Economic governance, measurable financial impact. Male economic leadership reform and system optimization. Gozo Konjo-Iweala implemented sweeping public finance reforms in Nigeria, eliminating tens of thousands of ghost workers and saving billions in public funds. She also played a central role in Nigeria's GDP rebasing, which repositioned the country as Africa's largest economy at the time. Her leadership demonstrates a pattern frequently observed among female economic leaders: institutional reform, financial discipline, transparency and accountability. Structural correction of inefficiencies are not symbolic achievements. They are measurable fiscal outcomes. Male economic leadership, innovation, and industry disruption. In the corporate world, male leaders continue to dominate high-growth and technology-driven sectors. Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft's culture and business model, pivoting toward cloud computing and restoring its global competitiveness. Under his leadership, Microsoft reached unprecedented market valuation levels, Elon Musk has disrupted multiple industries: electric vehicles, private space exploration, and renewable energy through aggressive innovation and high-risk strategic execution. Male corporate leadership often demonstrates higher risk tolerance, disruptive industry creation, aggressive expansion models, vision-driven technological transformation. The impact is undeniable. Entire industries have been reshaped. Corporate performance data research across industries shows that organizations with significant female leadership representation are significantly more likely to outperform peers financially. Companies led by women often demonstrate stronger governance structures, improved board accountability, and more sustainable long-term growth trajectories. At the same time, male CEOs still occupy the overwhelming majority of top corporate roles globally. This disparity reflects historical structural access, not necessarily performance superiority. The evidence suggests something critical: when women lead, performance does not decline. In many measurable categories, it improves. Leadership psychology, risk versus sustainability. Typical research consistently indicates that men, on average, demonstrate higher levels of risk-taking and overconfidence, while women often exhibit more calibrated decision-making and collaborative problem-solving approaches. Translated into leadership outcomes, men often accelerate change, women often stabilize and sustain change, then dominate disruptive breakthroughs. Women frequently excel at system optimization and institutional longevity. Neither model is universally superior. Each serves different strategic contexts and more time or disruptive innovation cycles. Risk tolerance may be advantageous. In institutional rebuilding or crisis stabilization, measured decision-making may be critical. The world requires both capacities. So who leads better? The empirical record does not support a simplistic answer. Men have historically built many of the structural foundations of modern civilization: industrial expansion, technological revolutions, geopolitical systems. Women, when afforded equal opportunity, have demonstrated equal, often superior capacity for sustainable governance, crisis management, and institutional trust building. Leadership effectiveness is not gender-determined, it is competence-determined. The future will not be shaped by whether leaders are male or female. It will be shaped by leaders who can combine courage with restraint, balance risk with responsibility, build institutions, and sustain them, deliver measurable outcomes, not symbolic representation. Thank you for staying through this critical analysis. If this conversation challenged your assumptions, that was the point. The question is not whether a man or a woman should move the world forward. The question is, who has demonstrated the competence, integrity, strategic clarity, and measurable results required for the responsibility? Vote for performance. Prefer competence. Choose leaders, not labels. Because the world does not move forward on identity. It moves forward on execution.